Have you been in a relationship where the other person seemed 1,000 miles away? Is your relationship losing luster and love that it once had? Well, today I want to share some principles that will uncover this endemic belief that married people cannot be happy and excited about each other. Please stay tuned. Hello and welcome to this channel, Pastor T.B. Young, designed to help individuals and families navigate through difficulties and find real answers to real problems. Oh, by the way, if you like these videos, please click the subscribe, like, and notification buttons and share this link with your family and friends. I heard a story about a husband who accompanied his wife to court after she was arrested for shoplifting. The judge asked, "How many peaches were in the can she stole?" "6," replied the woman. After consideration, the judge decided to sentence her 1 night in jail for every peach she stole, 6 nights total. At this moment, the woman felt helpless, crying and looking at her husband for support. She didn't know what else to do. Just before the judge hit the gavel to make it final, her husband yelled,
"Your Honor, wait!"
The judge froze and listened to what her husband wanted to say. He said,
"She also stole a can of peas."
You see, instead of helping her, he tried to hurt her. Today, I want to share some important reasons why couples' relationships go from great to grave, from loving to livid. In Genesis, God makes Adam, gives him food, told him he can eat of the trees in the garden. He gives him a home to live in the paradise of Eden, and he gives him a job to dress and keep the garden. The first relationship man had was with God. The type of vertical relationship that we have with God will determine the types of horizontal relationships we have with man. Make sure your relationship with God is great, because this sets the tone for all other relationships. Everything God made, he said it was good. But one day God said, it's not good. What was not good? It was for man to be alone. So God put man to sleep and took out one of his ribs and made a woman and brought her to man. It's here that God provides a quintessential, qualified formula for couples to build a beautiful marriage and family. I hope you're ready to receive this lesson today. Genesis 2:24 says, "Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall become one flesh." In this single verse, there are 3 important things we should do in order to have a loving, lasting relationship. Let's look at the first one. First, we must leave. God says that a man should leave his father and mother. Prior to marriage, outside of God, the parent-child relationship is the most important and strongest relationship that a person has in life. You see, parents, we provide necessities. We provide love, safety, protection, and direction. Did you know by age 7, a child's belief system and core values have been solidified in his subconscious mind, which guides his or her decision trees throughout life? When it comes to child development, it has been said that the most crucial milestone in a child's life occurs by age 7. In fact, the great Greek philosopher Aristotle once said, "Give me a child until he is 7, and I will show you the man." We should never stop loving and honoring our parents. But when two people get married, parents are no longer the most important relationship. You see, the priority shifts from our parents to our partner, from getting to giving, and from being comfortable to being challenged. Parents, if you want your children to have a happy marriage, we must try to stay out of their business. Yes, they will mess up. Yes, they will do things differently than you do things. But in order for them to have the opportunity to live, to laugh, to love, to fail, they must leave. Couples, listen to me. Don't allow anyone, including your friends, your parents, your children, to come between you and your spouse. Next, we must cleave. The man shall cleave unto his wife. The Hebrew word means to pursue hard or to be joined closely. During the dating phase, men pursue their mates hard. They bring them flowers, take them out on dates, buy them gifts, tell them how beautiful they are. Then after she says, "I do," the excitement of the chase starts to subside. Brothers, we must never stop dating our wives. We should pursue them over and over again, and we should draw closer and closer to them. Those that know me very well know that my wife Kathy and I, we have a date night every week. From the time we were married, we committed to date each other for life. You see, I decided that if it worked for me to get her, guess what? It will have to work for me to keep her, and even do more. Couples, make sure outside of God that your spouse know that they are the most important person to you. Not your parents, not your children, not your homies, girlfriends or boyfriends, but they are number one. Parents and children are very important, but in marriage, the spouse are priority number one after God. Then let's look at the next step, to weave. I'm not talking about the weave. I'm talking about, and they shall become one flesh. Notice after the man leaves and cleaves, they become one. Listen, you cannot become one flesh if you have not left home yet. In other words, you're still mama's little boy or daddy's baby girl. It's time for you to become your husband's baby girl or your wife's big papa. If you take two pieces of fabric and put them close to each other, they are still two different pieces of fabric. But when you take a needle or a sewing machine and you begin to stick, sew, and stitch them together, those two pieces of fabric become one. Problems occur in marriage to prick us, to stick us, and to weave us together. It is the pain that causes the promotion and progression within marriage. Plants and people grow faster in the dark, in the night season, during difficult times. Stop looking at problems as the problem. You see, weaving is designed to make us one. For after you've been weaved together, no suffering can separate you. No pain can pull you apart. This is a long process, so please be patient. Finally, when you learn to leave, spouse is priority number one. When you learn to cleave, you keep pursuing each other and dating each other. When you cleave or accept the sticking and the stitching, and you take a licking and keep on ticking, you will find a nascent and never-ending love for one another. Thank you again for joining me. I appreciate your time. If you are being blessed by these videos, please click the subscribe, like, and notification buttons so you are one of the first to receive these weekly videos. Share them with your family and friends. Again, this is Dr. Young, the family doctor, saying, I hope to see you the next time. God bless you.